Hello friends, today we will discuss the spleen, that is the important organ for the viva purpose, practical purpose and the theory purpose. So let's discuss the spleen. Spleen is the lymphatic organ, it filters the bloods and also immune organs for the body, that is the defense organ of the body. Spleen is the various in shape from wedge shape to the tetrahedral in shape. Spleen occupy left hypochondrium and epigastrium of the abdomen. It is wedged in between the fundus of the stomach and the diaphragm. It is soft, highly vascular and dark purple in color. Size and weight of mark variable. Spleen is related to the odd number of the structures like 1 inch thickness, 1 inch that is the thickness, 3 inch broad and 5 inch that is the 5 inch in length, 7 ounce inch weight in related to the 9, 10 and 11 ribs, 9, 10 and 11 ribs. Okay, so the spleen is related to the odd number like 1 inch thick, 3 inch broad, 5 inch long, 7 ounce weight and related to 9, 10 and 11 ribs. The external feature of spleen which contain the two surfaces, that is this one is the visceral surface, this whole is the visceral surface, this one is the diaphragmatic surface, 3 borders, superior border, inferior border and intermediate border, superior border, inferior border and intermediate border, 2 ends, anterior end and posterior end, 2 angles, anterobasal angle, posterobasal angle. These are the parts of external features of the spleen. Now discuss one by one. First, surfaces. 2 surfaces are there, visceral surface and the diaphragmatic surface. The diaphragmatic surface is the smooth and convex. It is the smooth and convex, whereas the visceral surface is concave and irregular. It is the concave and irregular. 3 borders, superior border, intermediate border and the inferior border. Superior border which contain the notches. This is the notches which is identification mark of the superior border. This is the superior border with the notches. Then this one is the inferior border and in between 2 borders, that is the intermediate border. This is the intermediate border. Now 2 angles and 2 ends. 2 ends first, that is this is the broad, that is the anterior end. This is look like a borders, but anterior end and the posterior end. Then 2 angles, anterobasal angle. This is the anterobasal angle which is the junction of superior border with anterior end. The junction of superior border and the anterior end which join and form the angle that is known as the anterobasal angle. This is also known as the clinical angle of the spleen, because when spleen get enlarged, the first part which get palpated, that is nothing but the anterobasal angle. So this is angle is known as the clinical angle of the spleen. This angle is known as the posterobasal angle, which is the junction of inferior border with the anterior end. Anterior end with the inferior border from the posterobasal angle. This is the hilum. This whole part is the relations of spleen. First, that is the peritoneal relation, and second, visceral relation. First we see the peritoneal relations. Peritoneal relation which related to the ligaments. Okay, first that is the linorenal ligaments. The extend from the hilum of the spleen to the anterior surface of the kidney. Hilum of the spleen to the anterior surface of the spleen. That is the linorenal. Lino means spleen and renal means kidney. In between the ligaments between the spleen and the kidney, this is known as the linorenal ligament. Next ligament, the gastrosplenic ligament. Gastro means stomach. So parts extend from the hilum of the spleen to the greater curve hilum of the spleen to the greater curvature of stomach. This is known as the gastrosplenic ligament. And third is the phrenicocholic ligament, which is not actual part of the spleen but it support to the spleen and which attach to the splenic flexure of the colon to the diaphragm. That is known as the phrenicome's diaphragm, and colicum is colon. That is the phrenicocholic ligament. So these three ligaments, one is the gastrosplenic ligament, linorenal ligament, and phrenicocholic ligament. They are support to the spleen. Now visceral relationship. Visceral relation first, that is the diaphragmatic relation. Diaphragmatic surface which are related to the three ribs, 9, 10 and 11 ribs, 9, 10 and 11 ribs, and along with the diaphragm. So that's why is known as the diaphragmatic surface. Visceral surface. Visceral surface, the area between the superior border and the intermediate border is related to the gastric impression. The area between the intermediate border and inferior border is related to the left kidney, that is the renal impression, and the basal end, that is the posterobasal part, is related to the splenic flexure of colon. This is related to the splenic flexure of colon, and the tail of pancreas is related to this part, that is the tail of pancreas. Now come to the hilum. Hilum, this part is known as the hilum, and which are just above to the intermediate border, and it's related with the structure passing through that splenic vessels, tail of pancreas, and gastrosplenic ligament and spleen is supplied by the splenic artery. Then splenic artery is again divided repeatedly to form the penicilli, and penicilli again divide into ellipsoid and the capillaries. According to the blood circulation, there are three theories: open theory, closed theory, and compromised theory. First, closed theory of splenic circulation. Capillaries are continuous with the sinusoids that lies into the red pulp, that is known as the closed theory. Open theory, capillaries end by opening into the red pulp from where blood enter into the venous sinusoids. And third is the compromised theory, where open splenic circulation occurs in distended spleen and closed circulation occurs in contracted or small veins. All about the anatomy of spleen. Thank you very much for watching this video.